going to presenting the new interesting point about the plant identification. Okay, in previously, before I going to start plant identification, you should know what is the idea about the plant identification. Okay, today I'm going to discuss about the plant identification. Let's see what is the plant identification. Most of students are knowing about the ideas about the plant identification. Everyone know about the plant and identification. That means identify the plant. That is the basic concept of a plant identification. Plant can identify the different sources, such as plant can identify with the help of different sources, such as with the help of a matching category. By the matching, let's see. First I have explaining the definition of a plant identification, then I go in a deep in the plant identification. The plant identification, it is nothing but the identify the given plant with the help of a different taxonomic tools is known as a plant identification. Like the same identity, then give a specific name in a place in a specific order, that is known as a plant identification. For example, any plant, for example X plant. What is the plant identification? Like you or the like me, my identification, I am a teacher. Okay, teaching in a Sanjeevani Arts Commerce Science College, living in a community, and another one identity of my surname is a Parvat, and another one identification is my name is a Mukul. That are the our myself. Same way plant. For example, X plant, we should be identify. What do we identify? We should first determine their kingdom. Then we should be identify their phylum, their class, their family, order, genus, and the species. That are the basic criteria of identification. I have tell the only one example of myself, how myself or the how me as a identify. Okay, first who is a Mukul Parvat, or the who is that person as sharing on the screen. That are the one or teacher, one of the person that work in a college, that are living in a one community, and that is the surname is a Parvat, and the name that are the Mukul. Same way X plant, for example any plant, first we have to place in a specific kingdom, then specific phylum, then specific class, then family, then order, then genus, and then species. In this way we have to do a identification. For example, when for example any plant hibiscus, but we don't know name, but we only know about the characters of that plant. Characters, that is a angiosperm character, that is a that plant having the seed are enclosed in a ovary. For that purpose we have to seed enclosed in a ovary. For that purpose we have to kept in a angiosperm. and that is a plant, because they do not move from one place to another place. For that purpose, we included in the kingdom planting. Okay, then class. Class means that is from monocot or dicot. For example, dicot plant, because they are having the reticulate venation. Family Malvaceae. Why it is Malvaceae? Because that hibiscus plant, at the base of a petiole or the calyx, there is a small epicalyx are present. At the base of calyx, small epicalyx are present. For that purpose, they explain the Malvaceae, and for that purpose, they are having the order Malveals. And finally, they give a genus hibiscus and species Rosa sinensis. That are the basic criteria of a plant identification. I hope do you understand what is the concept of a plant identification. Plant identification, it is the only thing to give a identity of that object. For example, you, any students of your class, when we are giving the identity, they have a easy to find them from many of a population. Okay, then how identification of plant are done? First, I have given a criteria in a plant identification, what purpose or the which function are done. That are the plant identification. Then how plant are identified. First, plant can identify by the matching process. Matching process, that means matching the unknown with known. Plant identification can done with the help of matching the characters of an unknown plant with known plant. For example, I have explained hibiscus example. Hibiscus like plant are present. Okay, plant are present. Hibiscus like plant are present. They have a root, stem, leaf, flower. Unknown character, we can imagine or the describe unknown plant character. After the describing the character, we have to match with the existing variety or the existing known plant. For example, flower, leaf, stem and the root. That character has matched to one known plant. That means that is a plant of that species you can easily determine. That are the first techniques. That is known as a matching the character of a unknown plant with the known plant. That is known as a matching the characters. In this way, plant identification done by the first way. I hope you understand the first techniques of a plant identification. That means the by the characters matching. Then next, by the use of a flora. By the use of a flora. Okay, first technique I have explained, plant identification are done by the help of a with the help of a existing variety or the known variety. With the help of known variety, unknown variety can be determined. And the next technique by the use of a flora. Everybody know about the flora. Flora, it is a book that keeps the details of a flowering plants. Flora means it is any book that keeps the details of a flowering plant is called as a flora. How with the help of flora we can determine flora? In the flora there are the some characters or the some keys are given. With the help of we can determine. With the help of we can identify the given plant. Then what is the word of a key? In sense of a key, in a other sense of the daily life, key, it is a it is a steel structure that can open the our wallet. That is a key. Okay, but if we are studying in a taxonomy, key, it is nothing but the taxonomic way. The taxonomic way to identify the plant. Taxonomic way. Key is, it is nothing but the path or the description path for to identify plant. That is known as a key. That are two important techniques during the plant identification. Keep in mind, when we see in details what is a key, plant identification key, I will explain again. But here only you remember only plant identification can be done by the two ways, by the matching the known species with the unknown, and second is by the flora by means of keys. That are our definition of the plant identification: to identify the plant with the help of matching the unknown species with the known species, and second, with the help of flora by means of key, plant can identify. That is our today's introduction of a plant identification. I hope you are understanding the concept of the plant identification. Let's move to the next point in this chapter, that are the Latin diagnosis. If you give the interest in this subject, it is a very interesting. Believe me, when you are giving 10%, you will be very interesting this subject. For that subject, if you don't interest in that taxonomy or the angiosperm, you don't understand anything. For that purpose, you interest from the bottom of heart. Then only understand what is a key, what is a plant identification. Then only you can understand. Let us Latin diagnosis. Most of the students have seen that the botanical name of a plant species, always in a Latin language. How they are? Let's see. That are the one plant name, it is the Hibiscus rosa sinensis. Here there is no Latin language, but one indication of Latin language, the Latin language indication, that is the words are English, but that font will be italic. Then only you can identify the given language is Latin or English. Language in English, but their effect is a Latin. That means effect is the italic. For that purpose, that species name and the genus name should be in a italic. That means that should be effect of a Latin language. What is Latin language? Most of the scientists are continuously working with the local flora or the local language. For that purpose, they get confused. For example, one plant in India that is known as a hibiscus. Okay, and the one plant in Australia that is known as a Bisconia. But when that two scientists meet to each other or they communicate to each other and they see that two names, one plant having the two names, for that purpose they get confusing, due to which the scientific community gave one result. They have a uniformity in that literature. For that purpose, they develop one techniques to make a uniformity. For example, in January 1935, from this date All botanical name or the taxonomic name apply this effect, that is known as a Latin diagnosis. Latin diagnosis, that means every botanical names or the taxonomic word should be in a Latin language. That means should be they have in a English language, but that effect is a Latin. That is known as a Latin diagnosis, and that is the key of the validity. That is key of a validity. That means any botanical names, if they do not write in a italic language or the Latin language, that means that are the some fraud or the some there is no validation. That means that not a valid for the government or the valid for the researcher. That is the correct. First, when any botanical name, they should not write in a Latin language. That means it is a wrong or it is a mistake with that name. For that purpose, every botanical name or the taxonomic concept should be write in a Latin language. I think or I hope you are understand Latin diagnosis. Next concept, that is the recent trend. What are the recent trends? Recent trends, it is nothing but the nowadays taxonomists have interesting very much, but there are very much competition for that in a taxonomy. For due to that some scientists making the some shortcut or the recent technology using for the plant identification. Which are that technology? By the studying the biochemical composition of the plant. With the help of biochemical composition of plant, they having the specific chemical present that are the key characteristic for the identification of the plant. What are the such recent trends of the technology to identify the plant? For example, starch grain, it is the first technique to identify the plant. Most of the plants of the grasses or the monocotyledon plants, when we take a tears, in a tears we can observe that the monocot plant, some monocot plant, they having the starch grain. With the help of knowledge of that concept of the anatomy, with the help of knowledge of anatomy and the biochemistry, that scientist has recognized 350 family. For example, one of the scientists, that is known as a Richard name of scientist, in 1930 they observed that many plants of grasses in their anatomy or the tears, they having the grain like structure, but there is a starch amount in present in that grain. For that purpose, he recognized 350 families. 350 families can identify with the help of only one character, that is known as a starch grain. That is a recent technology. There is no identification. There is no need of learn a taxonomy. Only we learn to the anatomy and the biochemistry. With the help of that Richard name of scientist, that can identify 350 families. 350 families. That are the first technology. Then next is the calcium Next, the calcium oxalate crystals. They also found the important characters, calcium oxalate crystals. It is also one of the important characters that can be studied only anatomy and the biochemistry. That is technology that can identify the plant. The Robert Brown, name of a scientist. Robert Brown. Robert Brown, name of scientist. They can study the character of anatomy and the biochemistry that can observe calcium oxalate crystals are found in a specific family, only specific family. For that purpose, Robert Brown releases his book on the identification of a plant with the help of a biochemistry and the anatomy. That means only one character with the help of this character, calcium oxalate crystals are present with the help of 3000 plants. 3000 plants that can be identified with the help of only one character, that is known as the calcium oxalate crystals. That are the recent trends. Recent trend means some recent technology used to the identification of a plant. Next concept, that is the flora. Most of the students of a BSc doesn't know about the flora. Flora, it is a book that keeps the details. Flora is a book that keeps the details of a specific geographic area of a flowering plant. That we flora, it is our village, our state, our country, our district, our taluka, our continent. Flora, it is a very, flora is anything. Flora of your village, your town. Flora, that means a book that keeps the details of a flowering plant. That is known as a flora. There are different types of flora. First flora, it is a local flora. Local flora, that flora may be your village, your city, your town, your state, or your country. That is that types of book or that types of flora is known as a local flora. Local means that are the your locality. Means flora are making your locality. That is flora is known as a local flora. For example, flora of Delhi. Flora of Delhi is written by the Maheshwari. Maheshwari, it is one of the most important taxonomy that make a local flora of Delhi. Then next, regional flora. Regional, that means a specific region. For example, there is a more diversity. In that region, we have a make a flora. For example, local flora, they may have a very less amount of plants are present, but region, that means a large area. In such type of flora, they included the flora of Malaysia. Malaysia, it is a one type of a country. There is a vast vegetation. For that purpose, it is known as a regional flora. It is written by the C.J. Stein. C.J. Steinis, name of scientist that written the flora of Malaysia. That are the regional flora. And the last, it is a continental flora. Continental, it is the most largest flora. Continental flora, that means there are the 7 continents in the world. Out of that, one is Australia. Everyone hear about Australia. It is a very much diversified area. That flora has made by the one most known and the favorite scientist. That is known as the George Bentham. That scientist make the flora. That are the types of flora. First, I have explained the definition flora, then local flora, then regional flora, then continental flora. Let's see. Then I have explaining the uses of a flora. Anybody explain? The first use, name inside our chapter. For the plant identification, flora are the used. Okay, for the plant identification. It cannot use only for the plant identification. It can use for the family identification. Then genus, then species, then order, and then series. Each identification flora are uses. For each one identification, with the help of flora, it can identify. Is that clear? I have explained two things in this video. First, what is the plant identification? Then Latin diagnosis. Then flora. That are the two things I have explained. The remaining part of this chapter we are going to see in a next lecture.